All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening on the Console Gaming League Twitch feed. I'll be your host this afternoon, Swift63. Joining me on the comms, the one and only Reaching Nirvana. Thanks for joining me, man. He is in the process right now of checking in with both captains to see if we can get the green light to go ahead and kick this baby off. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, thanks, man. Sorry for the delay. We had a little bit of some technical difficulties, but it looks like we're good to go now. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it with no delay. So, I am actually the lobby host. So let's go ahead and kick this sucker off. First game is going to be Eichenwald. So this is going to be an interesting one, actually, because with Eichenwald, the first point actually plays pretty similarly to a 2CP map. So we're going to go ahead and load this sucker up, get this in here. Nirvana, you want to give us a quick rundown on how you feel about Eichenwald, man?
I think that like some of the really weird really weird comms can work in Eichenwald first attack. Like a Somberfire. Actually Somberfire isn't weird, it's dive. But let's face it, we haven't seen dive in ages, so it's weird now.
Yo, what is dive?
But yeah, what is dive, dude? But yeah, I think dive works pretty well in this map. Widow Pharmacy, Widow Double Sniper, hell, even Goats works, even after the nerfs. Apparently Goats hasn't died yet.
I mean, honestly, it's so effective at like what it does. I don't think we're ever going to see it go away. What you're going to see is you're going to see its dominance challenged, right? Like that's what's really going to change about Goats overall. So coming in here for the attack, you see the defending team here, New York Pug Lovers on the bottom. Those ranks are not correct. I'll change them on the overload in just a second. Both of these teams are tied at 4th in the PS4 NA Diamond tier, so I'll get those changed here in just a second. While I update those, Nirvana, do you want to run down the defense comp that we have here?
Sure. We have a classic bunker comp, like May, Junkrat, a Bastion. They're actually going with Solar Tank Orisa, which...
Well, that's actually the attacking team coming out from Baiwatch.
That's the attacking team.
Yeah, the attacking team's running the bunker comp. Defense is it's a little more standard, a little more traditional 2-2-2. So we're going to take a look here. We're going to go ahead and jump right onto the Orisa. So Murder Squatch coming out on Orisa for the attack. Gonna see exactly what they plan to do. Looks like they're going to try and rush their way through. Right side, really take advantage of this May wall to block off some space and get them into position. It's not going to work though. Super Saiyan God, living up to his name, lands the body on Kazam Good. And the kill feed is just messy right now. Kills coming up from both sides, double reses, trying to bring them back into the fight, but not prioritizing the Pharah. I say as Pharah goes down. So bit of a messy fight here. Well, it was pretty even until you lose your main tank there. So you see Murder Squatch does go down. Javi does get de-mech'd here in the backline. And the kills continue to come out for both sides. Reddit made me do it, goes down on the back there. Rez tries to come out, but Storm Griffin caught in the act. And Kazam Great just continuing to walk himself forward, build a house on this payload, and do what he can.
Dies as he says that.
Yeah, right as I say it. Caster's Curse, man. Super Saiyan God coming back from spawn, lands the body shots, puts him in the grave, but the res comes through and brings him back.
That's a huge barrage.
Oh my goodness, Super Saiyan God again with the rocket barrage to stop Kazam Great in his tracks while he's mid-tank mode. And I want to point out, Baiwatch doesn't get a tick. They push that thing to about 31.5%. And that's just not going to do it from him, man.
Dude, so close. Yet so far.
Yeah, so they heard a lot. The stream was able to see my point of view and kind of go through what I was looking at. But tell me, man, what did you see from your perspective?
I just saw the Bastion getting destroyed as soon as he got res and went into tank mode. Just that barrage was lit them up. I think Baiwatch is switched to Sombra, some burnt toast, and interesting. I've never really heard of a single tank Orisa comp with Bastion and Sombra, especially in attack. So I'm really interested in seeing how like it's gonna rip them in the long run. Because as you can see, they have 4 ults, but so do Pug Lovers.
Yeah, they have 4 ults, but you know, plenty of time on the clock here to work with. 60 seconds left coming in for Baiwatch as they're trying to get a little bit of a tick. But I want to point out, even though Burnt Toast did just go down, he does have EMP in his back pocket. And that EMP is game-winning, right? Just even if Bailey Good and Super Saiyan have Rocket Barrage and Nano Blade in their pocket, it doesn't matter if they get caught in that EMP, right? They can't do anything.
Nano Blade? Question mark?
Oh, there's no Nano.
Have an Ana, brother?
There is no. Yeah. Oh, did I say Nano Blade? I'm sorry. I meant Rocket Barrage and Dragon Blade. And just like that, Super Saiyan tries to make it work. There's the EMP. Super Saiyan does get caught out in it. EMP comes out along with the Supercharger. Big wall coming in on the backline. Reddit made me do it, saving the rest of his team there. Earthshatter comes out from Cherub Guts. Catches 4, but no follow-up. I say as the kills start to come through for Baiwatch here, picking up both supports for New York Pug Lovers. Javi does get demeched here in the middle of that, and Cherub Guts does go down in the backline. So, backs against the wall here when things looked dire. Baiwatch is going to clutch it out. Impressive. Massive EMP from Burnt Toast. Bailey Good died with Dragon Blade in his pocket. Didn't even get to use it in that fight. And then again, the absolutely giant Maywall coming in on the backline. Keep the entire team alive when it looked like that self-destruct was going to clean house.
That was the thing, the biggest ultimate there was probably the EMP. Like, even though Cherub Guts got a huge shatter, it's just, there was no follow-up for that, and I don't think people were alive to follow up for that shatter.
And there's the Dragon Blade we were talking about before. Doesn't...
And he...
Yeah. You're gonna...
Oh, another huge shatter!
Yeah. Absolutely.
As you can see from the kill feed,
yeah,
there was a follow-up.
Yeah, this time the team's following up on it. They're not going to let that one go.
I do think with the Solar Type Risa, landing shadows for like Reinhardt, or like even a normal 2-2-2 comp is going to have a better chance of landing ghosts just because there's only one tank. And if you get the tank, it's pretty much game over, like ideally.
That's going to be a big demech. Javi does get demeched here in the backline, and without the mech, he's pretty much a sitting duck here. You see Burnt Toast trying to get on the backline. There's another huge EMP, takes down Alex Scorpio immediately. So no Transcendence in this fight. You hear the Rocket Barrage coming out on the backline there from Super Saiyan. Picks up nobody. Does finish the kill on Kazam Great though. As the kills continue to come in for Baiwatch, and they're going to go ahead and push this thing forward.
I'm really interested in seeing how Alex Scorpio is going to use the trans. Is he going to use it reactionary, or like is he going to use it aggressively?
Well, we're going to find out. He's had this trance for a little while now. 30 seconds left on the clock. This is a one-team fight game.
Oh, massive, dude.
Huge. No tanks on the field for New York Pug Lovers as Baiwatch tries to push their way through to point 2. Couple seconds left on the clock here. 10 seconds to play. And they're gonna push it through with almost no contest from New York Pug Lovers. Unlucky.
I think that's probably because the Lucio picked Baiwatch's Lucio with a body out, picked up the Reinhardt. But alright, so this is where it gets interesting because fire usually doesn't work inside third point action mode, and they're still sticking with it. But
there's the Dragon Blade.
Picks up the main.
Well, huge Javi with the self-destruct picks up the triple kill. There is enough time left on the clock here. If Baiwatch gets it together, they could recontest here with 50 seconds.
I don't know, man, if you noticed, but Javi just walked up there and like, here's a package for you guys.
Well, you know, they're going to make a couple of swaps here. So you see Javi swaps off of Diva and going to pick up the Zarya here. Maybe a little more sustained. Super Saiyan God off of, Vera. and he's going to pick up Brig. Huge EMP comes out in the backline from Burnt Toast, and they immediately pick up the kill on Cherub. Super Saiyan does go down in the backline. 6v4, 6v3 in favor of Baiwatch as they continue to roll this thing along. Alex finally using that Transcendence just to stall this card out a little bit as Kazam Great builds himself a house up top. Massive Earth Shatter from Cherub trying to keep the dream alive. And no kills come through on the top of it. And short of a hero play, this is going to be Baiwatch's point all day long. Javi switching over to the Hammond, try and make something happen in the backline, but Burnt Toast with the hacks, just stopping any sort of recontest from coming through. And the self-destruct is going to seal the deal.
I think the good, I think NYPL wouldn't be too disappointed in this map because they got it to overtime.
You think, what was that? I didn't quite catch that. You said the anti-peel?
No, I said New York Pug Lovers. Just
Oh, NYPL. NYPL.
Yeah.
Nipple? Nipple? Nippler?
Nipple?
Ooh, nipple. I don't know. I don't know if I can endorse that.
Probably not. Let's just stick with NYPL.
I gotta say though, well played by Baiwatch. When you know, there was a second there. I was about to say, are we about to get full hold .1? And you know, they rally, they clutch it out all the way home, man. No time left on the clock, so the door is open for New York Pug Lovers. All they have to do is march this payload all the way through .3 with a little bit of time left on the clock, and then at that point, worse, they're staring at the draw, right? So, a lot to play for.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Seems like Baiwatch is sticking to the bunker comp with Bash and Junkrat. I think with the Junkrat nerve, buffs, my bad. He's gonna be
Blasphemy.
really annoying, especially in choke point like maps with choke points like Iconwall or Hanamura.
Yeah.
But interesting counter though, because Dive is supposed to counter good, so we'll see what it does. Oh,
Big first kill there for Burnt Toast. Already 20% to that Rip Tire, and that Rip Tire can be absolutely devastating. So last thing you want to do is lose the ult economy battle to a Junkrat.
But that's the thing, man, like, after his nerfs, he just charges ult, like, quickly.
So fast.
Like, you can already look at it as, like, 32% right now. And kills are just coming to his Baiwatch's favor.
Pushing into the backline here, you see Super Saiyan God on the Tracer trying to make some space for his tanks. Picks up the kill for some Burnt Toast, but not before Storm Griffin does go down to the enemy Junkrat. Hunting for this Mercy, Super Saiyan trying to get on the backline. Ignores the Mercy, goes straight for the pocketed Bastion. Questionable decisions are questionable. He does pick up the kill with a little bit of help from Alex, but it's not going to matter. Yeah. Because Killswitch Engage, love the band name by the way, big shout out, picks up the res on Kazam Great and puts the team right back in the fight here. I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, me too. That was New York Pug Lovers fight. What just happened?
Well, I'm literally speechless, man. Killswitch Engage was in his face. You could see the heal beam onto Kazam Great, and Kazam GB? I'm not sure. I'm going to continue to call him Kazam Great a minute now. Couple of things here. You see the tank mode coming out.
Well, tank mode doesn't get any value, but some Burnt Toast does it. Double tank on repair. Which I guess is a silver lining for New York Pug Lovers, because they don't have to deal with 2 DPSs anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would really like to see Alex T. Scorpio use the trap like more aggressively, because he's been using it like for last minute touches or stuff like that so far.
Yeah, I mean, a good Zenyatta can really charge Transcendence quickly, but I do want to point out, man, Pulse Grenade does come out in the backline, does not secure the kill on Kazam Great. Valkyrie there from Killswitch Engage, trying to keep the rest of the team topped off as the fight breaks out all over the point. Kills coming in from Zenyatta's on both sides. Super Saiyan God drops to Reddit Made Me Do It. Reddit Made Me Do It, fragging out with the double kill. Picks up the kill on Cherub as well. The res from Kill Switch brings Murder Squanch back into this fight. And this is an ugly 4v5 in favor of Baiwatch. Self-destruct from Javi does try and even the playing field, but Storm Griffin gets caught. Gets caught in a trap and quickly dispatched by Murder Squanch. Yeah, 50 seconds on the clock here. Not a lot of time left for Baiwatch to make something happen.
You mean in NYPL? You mean
New York
NYPL?
Yeah, I'm sorry. New York Pug Lovers. Keep me honest, Nirvana. Keep me honest, brother.
Alright, the red tire comes out. Let's get for Zenyatta.
Honestly, that's target priority number 1, right? That Transcendence is huge. Also, Alex Scorpio is going to have the slowest rollout from spawn. So if you're looking purely at killing time off the clock, Zen's the target all day, every day. A couple of swaps coming in from New York Pug Lovers. Last minute switch. Storm Griffin's picking up Anna. I don't know what the goal is there. There's the Dragon Blade coming out from Bailey Good Stuff. But the Transcendence from Reddit Made Me Do It, trying to keep everybody alive, but a well-placed anti-grenade from Storm Griffin's going to seal the deal on Cause I'm Great. And you see this fight, messy. Javi with a self-destruct, excuse me, not Javi, it was Ebediah with a self-destruct on point, just trying to stay alive, maybe pick up a couple of kills, clutch it out. It's not going to work. And again, second match in a row. What?
It's almost the same thing that happened with Baiwatch.
What is going on, man? What is this world?
Clutches up?
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna see here, I think.
Bailey's good, pushing up really aggressively, trying to make something happen. Take a little bit of space, maybe prevent the recontest. And is rightfully so, just completely pushed away from the rest of the team. Funneling damage down range, Cause I'm Great setup at the top of the hill here. Huge anti-grenade from Storm Griffin's going to go ahead and pick up a kill on Sunburnt Toast. No mercy. Excuse me, kill switch engage is available for the res. I wouldn't advise against resing the Sombra. They're going to be able to rejoin the fight pretty quickly. New York Pug Lover is going to set up shop on the high ground here, try and maintain a position above the fight. They get the D-Mech on Javi, and that could be huge for them. Burnt Toast gets the hack on Javi as well there in Baby Mech. I tell you, Sunburnt Toast should just play Sombra all day, every day. Don't switch, brother. It's working for you. There's the Dragon Blade into the backline, but Reddit Made Me Do It on point with that Transcendence, keeping the team alive, and they pick up the kill on Bailey Good. So...
Oh, Cherub got hit the Bastion.
Yeah, kills coming in here.
Almost gets the Zenyatta.
Oh.
That was close.
This fight is breaking out on two fronts here. You see the high ground going deep with both Divas, both Winstons. Self-destruct coming out. It's going to pick up the D-Mech. Ah, it's huge. Kills are going to start to come in on the back of Javi's self-destruct. EMP into the backline there. Catches 3. Yeah, and he's not going to get out with his life there. Yeah, well, the EMP did its job, right? It got the D-Mech. It picked up a couple of kills, but there was just no one left on the point outside of Burnt Toast and I believe it was a Zenyatta. Oh, no, it was Ebediah in Baby Diva form. So, 20 seconds left. They're going to try and continue to push this payload forward. Maybe recontest coming through. Yeah, they're going to recontest. Oh,
that's a huge EMP.
Huge EMP. Ebediah with the clutch self-destruct, the res from kill switch engage to bring Reddit Made Me Do It back into this fight. And they may be able to clutch this out here. 3v2 on the payload. There's the Dragon Blade. Try and seal the deal. Does. Picks up the kill in the backline. Bailey Good Stuff with the double. Try and bring it back. 2, 3 kills. Is it enough? Javi's able to get back to the point. 2v3. Primal Rage coming out from Cherub Guts. But Cause I'm Great with the Tactical Visor. Try and seal this game. Put it away. Picks up the kill on Javi. Cherub goes down. What is this recontest? The Transcendence from downtown Lets Alex get back to the point, but now you've got a Mercy Soldier pocket try and contest. Kill Switch with the craziest res brings Burnt Toast back into this fight, and I think that's going to be enough to win it for him.
Ooh, that was a really scrappy last fight.
I am literally out of breath, bro. What just happened?
Bro, Baiwatch clutched it out. It just this has been a game of just last minute clutches by the divas.
Well, I think it's
both the divas.
yeah. I think the self destructs don't work if the rest of the team's not playing around it, right? So the team itself has to be creating space, forcing the opposition out of position so that you can really get value out of those self-destructs. And I think that's one thing that both of these teams have done really well, is force their opponent into positions they don't want to be in, right? Like especially that bunker comp. And then when they both switched to dive, the dives were happening all over the place. So it was a little messy, but man, yeah, a couple of hero plays there at the end. Really bring it back. Man, it's great to not have goats anymore, right? Like that's what we're after.
Yeah, man, always.
So hang tight, chat. We're gonna be right back with you. Next map is gonna be Busan, so we're gonna check in with both captains, see if there's any subs, any updates need to be made. We're gonna go ahead and update the lobby. So Nirvana, if you go ahead and swap the map over in the lobby. We'll see if we can't make a couple of quick updates, and we'll be right back with you guys. All right, thank you everyone. Welcome back. Next map on the slate, Busan coming in. I gotta say, man, as one of the newer maps, this one I absolutely love. This map design, right? Like it's so.
Okay.
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Yeah, dude.
Okay, dude.
Rude, man.
Actually, not gonna lie, the Sanctuary and the Downtown are probably my favorite maps, like design-wise. Playing, on the other hand, is yeah.
Oh, I love these maps, man. They're so entertaining. So here's I'm gonna level with you. So I'm a big fan of these maps for a few reasons. Primarily because I think these maps play very differently than one another. Like even within the same map, you have one that's great for full dive, one that's phenomenal for some of these bunker comps. Like it feels lived in, right? Like I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Thing is though, you can legitimately run goats in all 3 of these maps.
Well, let's be real. You could run goats anywhere. Anywhere. All the time.
Well,
All the time.
maybe not Gibraltar, but yes.
I don't know, man. You know, catch me outside, dude. I'm gonna run Gibraltar. Alright, so coming in here, this is a King of the Hill map, so both teams are going to get the opportunity to attack at the same time.
Capture the objective.
This is a phenomenal... So this first map here is a phenomenal map for Widowmaker. So I'm kind of surprised that we don't see it from either side, but you do see Super Saiyan on that Hanzo. So he's going to be able to take advantage of some of these long sight lines. Yeah, New York Pug Lovers taking a wide approach. They're going to go ahead and rotate around to the high ground, trying to take over position. They set up Super Saiyan God with that headshot. So Kazam Great goes down early, 5v6, 4v6, 3v6 in favor of New York Pug Lovers. I was trying to get it out, and they just kept picking up the kills. Big D-Mech coming out on Reddit made me do it. And that's going to be an easy first cap for New York Pug Lovers.
That's a decisive victory for New York. Well, not victory, but team play.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean.
So I do want to point out there's a couple of swaps that are coming in here. So Reddit made me do it's no longer playing Zenyatta, and he's going to play Diva for him, while Ebediah plays Lucio. Everyone else pretty much stays the same for Baiwatch. Coming in from the attack, you see Bailey Good Stuff's actually going to start out on Sombra. So Sombra on Sombra Crime coming out here. Murder Squanch goes deep, tries to pick up a couple of kills, gets 2 off the backside after popping Primal Rage. There's the 3rd. Can he get 4? And he does. Picks up the kill in Super Saiyan. Murder Squanch doing it himself. There's the 5. Have yourself a day, brother.
And that's a decisive team fight victory for Baiwatch.
Yeah, right? Murder Squanch showing that Winston does it all.
I do think that it's interesting that they're basically running Soldier, which honestly we haven't seen like for the past year or so. So I'm really interested in seeing how Soldier like heads up against Hanzo.
Well, so it's actually kind of interesting. So Soldier's not in a great spot right now compared to some of the other hit scans. I mean, Ashe has so much more point presence. McCree's absolutely devastating in today's meta. But you know what? When you've got a couple of main tanks really setting you up, it just doesn't matter. Tactical Visor comes out on point, but Cherub doing everything he can to make that visor as useless as possible. Just punching him all over the map.
Cherub's a she, by the way.
Cherub's a she? My apologies. I'm going to check my traditional gender biases, and we'll fix this going forward, guys. I promise. So,
It's alright.
yeah, Cherub doing a phenomenal job of just making sure that Kazam Great really doesn't get a lot of value out of that tactical visor. But in the end, it really didn't matter because you had Burnt Toast, Burnt Toast, Murder Squanch, and Killswitch Engage just running all over the place, cleaning up those kills anyway. So a couple of things I want to point out. You see New York Pug Lovers set up on the high ground, but if you missed it, Bailey Goodstuff is in behind the point back here with EMP. EMP comes out from Burnt Toast up on the front line. It looks like he's going to catch a couple, picks up 2 easy kills, and without the support from the rest of his team, Cherub does go down on the front line. Javi jumps off the map just to get the regroup. 88% gone. This is going to have to be a quick recontest. And they can get the stall. Bailey Goodstuff is down here on the point, so she can break. Yeah. And they are going to go ahead and break stealth just to be able to recontest here down on point. Oh, does not get the EMP out. Yeah. And you see ultimates coming out from all sides here.
I actually thought Bailey Goodstuff's EMP was cancelled, but I don't think so. I'm not sure. But you see some Burnt Toast here just getting more value out of the EMPs, man. They're just doing more.
Ready for battle.
And I do think that, alright, this is one of my favorite maps, like, just because you can actually run Soldier here, and Soldier is pretty good. Like, Soldier without any hit scan, because of, like, there's 2 high grounds here. One's on the right, one's on the left, like, the bridge, or whatever you want to call it. and the platform. And I think like even double hit scan sometimes, like depending on what comp the other team is running, like works. But we're actually gonna be looking at Ana Goats from Pug Lovers. Goats isn't dead yet, brother.
Goats never dies. What is dead may never die.
Oh, I like this little Game of Thrones.
It comes back soon, man. April. Alright, so both teams just going to slam into one another here on the high ground. New York Pug Lovers running Goats. Baiwatch running Dive. Sorry about that, guys. Had a bit of a brain fart. But one thing I do want to point out, Baiwatch doing a phenomenal job of holding the high ground, but New York Pug Lovers is going to rotate to point. And this is going to leave... Yeah, that's an early visor coming out from Cause I'm Great, and he is going to just lay down damage on the point. Picks up 2 quick kills on both supports before Javi can get back into mech and do something about it with Defense Matrix. Finally goes down. Super Saiyan God puts him in the grave before he can clutch it out for the rest of his team. Kills coming in from both sides here. This could be a messy fight. Neither team really taking the point yet. The kill switch engage is going to go ahead and just die on point to regroup with the team.
Super Saiyan God already charged up as well. And how many seconds was that? A minute?
Yeah, it was super fast. I do want to point out, Cause I'm Great, or Cause I'm GB, had an incredible tactical visor up here on the high ground, set up in a phenomenal position, and then for reasons unknown, left the high ground and ran right into his death there on the low ground, head first into Super Saiyan God. I don't know if that was a bit of a misclick or just unlucky, but it happens. Reaper, Cause I'm Great, swapping over to the Reaper to pick it up on the backline. Oh, the most critical of sleep darts comes in from Storm Griffin, stops him in his tracks, and the rest of the team follows up on it beautifully. Sound barrier from Alex Scorpio lets the entirety of New York Pug Lovers just totally restabilize.
I think that the fact that Baiwatch is running more against an Ana and a Diva is kind of mind-boggling because they both counter Mora really hard. It's no matter what your healing output is if they're all purple, right? And they're kind of trying to run anti-goats, but it's not been working for them so far. Maybe some burn turrets on Junkrat might change that. We'll see though.
I mean, I think the whole meta is going to change when Baptiste comes in. Massive anti-grenade comes in right on the top of that Graviton Surge, but nobody funneling damage into it, so it doesn't matter. Javi goes down to the Junkrat. Burnt Toast picking up 2. Massive Earth Shatter coming out. Yeah. And Murder Squatch taking it to the house here. Are they gonna... It's not gonna get to 99. That's gonna be... That could be a deciding factor here. 94% though, almost there. This is basically a one-team fight game.
Yep. And Pug Lovers almost have combat area, and they have Rally in their pocket. So... Oh, that's...
Point blank
that's
Riptire.
unlucky.
Yeah, I never want to see that. Javi caught out of position. He's not going to be able to regroup with his team. That's going to be a huge stagger. 25% already gone for Baiwatch here, even though it looked like early on they weren't gonna do a whole lot. But
I do think that Pug Lovers can do like a couple of eco pushes and just build those 6 ults and just go all out and win one team fight.
they're going to try here, so they're going to go ahead and push through bottom. You see the rally comes out from Bailey Goodstuff. Death Blossom into the backline, picks up a kill on Alex Scorpio. And he's just trying to funnel damage in. D-Mech... No, there is no D-Mech. I thought I heard a D-Mech come through. And there it is. Javi does get popped out of mech. Cause I'm Great with that phenomenal point-blank damage. Self-destruct doesn't pick up anybody. Bailey Goodfist finishes the kill on Cause I'm Great. Sound barrier in the backline from Alex Scorpio, just trying to help all of New York Pug Lovers stabilize on point. And it looks like it's going to do the trick. Important, Cause I'm Great does get out with his life over here, so he may be able to... Nope.
Never mind that.
Spoke too soon. Oh, rip.
Yep. I said, if you're already to like 95, 94, just build ults and use all of them at the same time.
Yeah,
Hopefully people die.
Yeah. Did you see that that incredible work of cinema, Battleship? I think it's yeah, you know what? It's fine if you didn't. The movie's really pretty horrific. I don't know who decided to put Rihanna in a movie, but I mean honestly, there's a scene though. I think it's Liam Neeson where he just looks at the camera, and just says "fire everything," and like literally every submarine on screen fires like a whole bunch of tactical nukes at a single island. That's kind of what it felt like.
Waste of a resource, but whatever floats.
Overkill's underrated, man. So.
Alright, it looks like they're going goats for Junkrat instead of Diva.
Hey, man. Junkrat does it all. He's got the high ground contest. Big kill coming in from New York Pug Lovers. They pick up 2. There's 3. 3v6 on the point.
Huge anti.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, like if you're running more against Ana and Diva, it's like you're in there's matches. Like I said, no matter what your healing output is, you can't heal it if your orbs get eaten or they're just purple.
Well, let's take a look at it here. You see Storm Griffin is on fire here on the bottom for New York Pug Lovers. So let's take a look here. So you're saying the Ana is really the X factor coming in here for New York Pug Lovers on this point, and I think you're right, man. So let's hope we don't Caster's curse him.
Oh,
and we do. Unlucky, bro.
Hate me if you do. Feel bad.
Goes down early in this fight. You see Monster Squanch picks up a pretty big shatter. I don't know if that was necessary. The fight was already won, but sometimes it's about sending a message.
Overkill, man. Like you just said.
Overkill is underrated.
The thing is, though, like, Shield Guts is on 80% of the shatter, of her shatter, and if she manages to land it, it's gonna be huge. Just because the Lucio still hasn't got Sunbarrier yet, and against, like, triple tank or triple support, or whatever you want to call the comp that they're running, is how the grab comes out.
Huge. Graviton Surge comes...
I don't know if you noticed, but Albion, or Albion? I don't know how to say that, but the New York Pug Lovers Diva actually ate because I'm great Graviton Surge.
You know, I've been just calling him Javi this whole time because I called him yeah. So, well, who knows?
I guess I'll call him Javi too. But that was a huge play from Javi there.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even realize where it went. One thing I do want to point out though, New York Pug Lovers has not switched the point. The point has, they basically won this fight about 15% ago, and it has continued to just climb its way up. You spoke a little bit about time before. This is a game of time, even though there's technically no clock on this map. You know, you got to work the clock here, and 70% gone for New York, or excuse me, for goodness, Baiwatch. Huge Earth Shatter. It's going to pair with Burnt Toast's Rocket Barrage. Picks up the D-Mech on Javi there. Cherub. Oh my goodness, she loses Earth Shatter to the stun coming in from Killswitch Engage. That is a big oof. With that shatter gone, Baiwatch is going to clean up the rest of those kills pretty quickly. 80% gone for New York Pug Lovers. Baiwatch right on their heels with another 78%. This is a one-team fight game, I do believe, man.
Especially with the Zori, like, it all depends on who lands the grab first. If they have... Baiwatch has a Coalescence and Sound Barrier, so they're...
Big.
Oh.
Burnt Toast just funneling damage into the fight on this Pharah. Picks up a couple of kills, 99% to a Rocket Barrage. They're not going to need it. But oh my goodness.
That was really entertaining, that's all I'm gonna say. I do think that running a double tank, triple sword, and fire is it's certainly weird, but it worked out for them.
It didn't not work out for them. Right? Oh man.
Brother.
Spicy games. Okay, so it looks like Baiwatch is going to take the Week 8 win over top of New York Pug Lovers. But stick around, everyone. We do have one more game to play here in the CGL. We do play all 3 maps, and that is for a few reasons. One, we look at overall map differential when it comes to playoff seeding, and playoffs do start in 2 weeks. So, so we are going to play Temple of Anubis. This is going to be an opportunity for New York Pug Lovers to at least claw one back. Right now, both of these teams have 14 map wins and are tied as the 4th seed in their division. So this next map win could really come in critical for both of these teams. So bear with us just a second. We're going to check in with both captains, see if there's any changes, any subs that need to be made. And we'll be right back with you. Then was just instead of trying to like frag out and kill the Genji with like a well-placed headshot or two, just focusing on just funneling damage into tanks with the explosive. All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for sticking around for the third and final match of the Console Gaming League Week 8 matchup here between the New York Pug Lovers and Baiwatch. So coming in here, final map of the evening, we do swap sides. So here in the CGL, we do swap sides. So if you had an opportunity, if your team attacked first on the first map, so on Iconwall, we're going to swap it around so that you actually get an opportunity to defend first. We know that that does change your strats a little bit.
Didn't do that. Let me actually.
Rip. We had one job, guys. We're gonna take it back to the lobby. You know what? The good thing here. This is a learning lesson for everybody. See, we caught it by talking about it, by explaining it. We caught it early. You see, so no comps were exposed. We didn't see anything from either team, so we're good. We're good. Nothing hurt, brother. This is a teachable moment. That's what we like to say in the biz. That said, I'm gonna say something else controversial. So hot take here. Anubis. Also one of my favorite maps. Big fan.
Big fan, dude.
Yeah, dude. So I enjoy it. It can be a little frustrating just because that last point can be an absolute nightmare. But by and large, I love the map design. I love some of the sightlines. The fact that even though there are some hard chokes, there are a few ways to get past said chokes. Right?
True. Especially first point, like Widow is just if you can click heads, Widow's just OP in the first point. No matter what, like even in my previous team, one of our scrims, like they were running goats and we had pharmacy, not even pharmacy. It was just Widow and Sombra, and the Widow was just not letting them get away from the spawn. On camping, which was fun.
Okay. So we're getting a little bit of help from chat. So Jet Snipe and Coconut are telling us that we've been pronouncing the diva for New York Bug Lovers wrong all game. It's actually pronounced Javion. So Javion, yeah, bro, okay. You should feel especially bad because aren't the Pug Lovers the academy team for your org?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now Huza feels bad.
And it's not even like they're playing bad. They're playing. Wait, what's up?
Oh no, I'm just laughing I'm just laughing, man. I'm a fun-loving guy, dude. I have a little bit of joy in my life. Actually, I want to.
As I was saying, that like, it's not that Pug Lovers are playing bad. It's just they've been getting really unlucky with, I don't know, like. I don't know how to say it, man. Like, both teams are playing really good. It's just not their day, I guess.
Well, as we were talking there on the break, this game, while highly technical, does require just a smidge of luck, right? You can be playing out of your mind, but a couple of things don't go your way, and it really doesn't matter if you're hitting all your shots. Unlucky. Right there, Reddit made me do it. Hits the body shot. Bailey Goodstuff does go down. The res comes in from Storm Griffin to bring him back into this fight, but as often happens, a couple of seconds away from healing your main tank will cost him their life. Burnt Toast follows it up with a incredibly fast Riptire. Farm that thing in about 45 seconds to get the DMEC on Javion. Shout out Coconut and Jet Snipe. And that's going to be a huge stall. So anytime Diva is out of mech, it's going to be a huge spawn. Javion does go back into spawn, switch characters just to get that mech back. Smart play. Only had a little bit of ult charge farmed up at the time. Huge. Bailey Goodstuff with a big deflect. Picks up the kill on Sunburnt Toast, and that's the go light. So you see New York Pug Lovers pushing in hard. Valkyrie comes out from both sides. Javion in baby mech form picks up a kill on Kazam. Great. And Frag's coming out on both sides. Yeah, Baby Diva, dude. Reddit made me do it. Gets the kill on Alex Scorpio, but not before Storm Griffin literally beats down Murder Squanch. Burnt Toast does come back to the fight. Sets up on the high ground here. We're going to take a quick look at the melee breaking out here in the back line. Kill switch engage goes down to Javion. Oh, the Mercy Pocket's not enough to keep him topped up. Ebediah does get demeched here, and he's going to stall it out for a little bit as Baby Diva, but it's not going to be enough. So, early pick from Bailey Goodstuff onto Burnt Toast. Everyone's excited. Picks up the early kill. That's the green light. Lets everybody know it's go time. Time to push through. And they secure all the kills thereafter.
Wait, so was the kill on Junkrat a deep leg? Please.
You know, it may not be. I may not be able to read or see. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong. Coming in here on the attack, though, a couple of ultimates coming online for Baiwatch. They're going to have Tactical Visor. They've got another Valkyrie. Supercharger will be available from Murder Squanch, so be on the lookout for that Supercharger. Unlucky. That Supercharger Tactical Visor combo. There's the Supercharger. No Visor to be paired with it yet. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up this fight without it. Burnt Toast putting in work, but Super Saiyan God says, I'm the better hit scan. Puts Reddit maybe do it in the grave. But the res is going to secure the hold. So, from your vantage point, Nirvana, tell me what you saw, man. What happened in that back room? I was spectating the soldier here to see if that visor came out.
It was just the supercharger came out and they couldn't do anything about it. To be honest, like he just put in so much damage in, and I think some Burnt Toast picked up a strong Griffin fight. I don't know if it was mid-fight or at the beginning of the team fight, but they did. And Reddit made me do it. Damn.
Looks like they're going to be able to get in on the back line here. Yeah, funneling damage downrange. Picks up the kill on Alex Scorpio. Soldier is just running a marathon right now, dude. Reddit made me do it is literally running laps around this defense.
Hey man, all I'm gonna say is as a former Soldier one trick, I'm happy to see Soldier come back in the meta. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can you really Soldier one trick though? He does so many things so well.
True.
I mean,
you can one trick whatever you want.
That's fair. They're fair arguments.
Put your mind to it.
A couple of swaps coming in here for New York Pug Lovers. They're trying, New York Pug Lovers, as they're trying to find a solution for this attack. Cherub, she does switch over to the Reinhardt that she played so effectively on Busan. Crazy Pin is going to pick up the D-Mech, but Ebadiah does pop self-destruct just to try and get her mech back, and picks up the kill on Super Saiyan. Kills coming in from both sides here, but it does feel like Baiwatch has the upper hand. Bailey Goodstuff does not disengage with the rest of the team and pays for it with his life.
Alright. I've been seeing this the whole series. I think Alex Scorpio should just use his ult and charge another because it's really not that hard to charge his ult. He's been way too reserved with his ults. Or her else.
Who's been too conservative? I'm sorry, I missed that. You're talking about Alex?
Yeah, Alex T. Scorpio. It's just, I don't know, man. You could have. This is one of the things that's like, as a support player, you really have to use those ults aggressively if you actually want to win team fights. Like, yeah, if there's a Genji blade, yeah, you use answer beat to save your team, but sometimes to win you have to go, I guess, overkill. But like,
they know Burnt Toast is here, man. Burnt Toast is in this backline, just hunting Alex Scorpio down, trying to find a way to just end his life. Bailey Goodstuff switches over to the Brig, just trying to keep him alive. The visor comes out in the backline there. Super Saiyan God just lasers him down with no mercy. Supercharger from Murder Squanch into the backline there, trying to find something. Self-destruct from Ebadiah does not pick up any kills there. Murder Squanch goes down to Super Saiyan God. And it looks like... unlucky. Huge EMP, but nobody else is alive to really do anything about it.
I would say that's a really questionable use of EMP because they could have used it to recontest. I mean, they still haven't gotten a take, so...
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's only a waste if it doesn't work, right? Sound Barrier comes out on the attack. Storm Griffin trying to keep his whole team topped off here. excuse me, Graviton Surge from Super Saiyan over in the spawn door just to prevent anyone from coming back and recontesting.
Score
Pretty impressive.
2-2. Switching sides.
I do have to say that I like the spawn camping that Super Saiyan God. Wait, Super Saiyan God, yeah, Super Saiyan God did, because that's something I can get behind. Not gonna lie, spawn camping is fun. But
Yo,
the thing is though, wait, go ahead.
I was gonna say sad Zen. Optimus in chat just said poor Zen. We were spectating at one point in the match. Some burnt toast was spawn camping. Alex Scorpio couldn't get out of spawn, and in chat we just got the sad Swift emote. So you know, throw that in chat. Show a little bit of support for the spawn camp Zenyatta.
F in chat, boys. F in chat.
Okay, coming in. This is the defense. So Baiwatch pushing it
Attackers incoming.
the distance. Excuse me, New York Pug Lover is taking it the distance with 50 seconds left on the clock. Baiwatch has the opportunity to do the same with more time. But the defense this is a pretty interesting defense, man. So coming in here, you see Bailey Goodstuff is going to start out on Ash. I personally love Ash as a character. Super Saiyan on that Junkrat. But then you see, the debate is so real. It hurts. Javion back over to the Diva. Cherub Guts on that Orisa. And you see Storm Griffin on Mercy. So it's going to take them a little bit to get up here. But it looks like they are going to be able to get there in time. Man, I was really hoping for that triple DPS with the Sim. Coming out for the attack, you see Reddit made me do a kill switch engage on Mercy, Moira, and Burnt Toast and Ebediah on Farah Junkrat. So a lot of projectiles here, but Kazam Great is going to actually start out on Soldier, and then Murder Squanch, the solo tank with Winston. So unconventional, but incredibly high damage output coming in here.
True.
Reddit made me do it, puts a baby toe on point just to try and get the tick started as Murder Squanch goes deep, picks up the kill on Cherub Guts, tries to let the rest of the team do the heavy lifting, but it is not going to work out for him. Burnt Toast picks up the kill on Bailey Goodstuff as Storm Griffin brings Cherub Guts back into the fight. So 5 on the defense right now. That's a late kill coming in from Burnt Toast, but if Burnt Toast can't get out with his life, that is an unfortunate stagger.
I do think that it's alright. So bunker comp is usually supposed to be countered by dive, but what Baiwatch is running is not technically dive. It's just Winston, a lot of damage. So unlike in like conventional dive where you dive one target and just hope for the best or frag before you get fragged, in this you actually have to damage before engaging in a dive. So like the Farah or the Junkrat just damages somebody and just the Winston goes for it. As I said, they switched to a Winston Diva, but it's a double projectile and not technically dive.
Hey man,
The other words said that.
did Bob come out? Yeah, there he is. I was like, where did he go? So Bob comes out on point. Burnt Toast with the rocket barrage point blank, but I don't really know why you would try and rocket barrage Bob. You're not gonna get a whole lot out of it.
It's just a poor butler. Why would you do that to him? Wait, is he a butler? I'm not sure. I think he is. He looks like a butler.
I mean, who knows? You know, he can be your butler. That's what you want, man. So coming in here, Bailey Goodstuff putting Ebediah in the grave. Resurrect comes in from kill switch engage, brings him back into the fight. So 6v6. Oh, ooh, Bailey Goodstuff just a fraction off the mark. Gets the DMEC though on Kazam Great. Fight breaking out on the point. Super Saiyan with the 2-man Rip Tire picks up the kill. And it looks like this is going to be another hold.
60 seconds. Helden sterben nicht.
Interesting. So Burnt Toast does not regroup with the team. You see Baiwatch continues to trickle onto the point one at a time. They cannot be doing this. 30 seconds on the clock. You got to get out of there. Oh, cause I'm great. Goes down. 30 seconds left. This is going to be a tight recontest, man. Not a whole lot of ultimates in the pocket of the attacking team. Ebadiah does have that Riptire, so he can find a couple of high priority targets. He can really clean house. Reddit made me do it. Does have Coalescence as well. So we're going to be looking for both of those to really be the game changers here as we come through.
Oh, don't forget the EMP from Brintos, and there it comes out, just as I said it.
Picks up the kill on Cherub Guts. That's going to be a big one for him. The whole team pushing forward. They lose track of Storm Griffin. He gets the res on Cherub Guts in the backline there. Bob comes out again just to try and continue the contest. Self-destruct from Cause I'm Great. Javion! What are these self-destruct bombs? Getting kills left and right. Reddit made me do it. Does survive, though. Try and keep the dream alive. Ebadiah, have a day. Burnt Toast, the only member of Baiwatch still on the point right now. And they're going to be able to do it. So they do contest just long enough for the rest of the team to come back. Baiwatch puts a body on point. Transcendence from Alex T. Scorpio comes out just in time to give Storm Griffin the space needed to resurrect Javion. And this fight, it's got a little more life in it. Another Riptire from Super Saiyan God picks up the double kill. And I think that's going to be enough to seal the deal. New York Pugluffers takes a map off of Baiwatch, prevents the sweep, stays in the hunt for the playoffs as we go into Week 9.
Oh, this play of the game. Yo, Bob did something, dude.
Did he do a thing?
He did a thing.
Oh man, oh man.
I think Bailey gets those Bob placements or just Bob timing was just perfect. Like he came in clutch. Bob is best character. Change my mind.
Change my mind. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, it's a pretty impressive game here from both teams, right? So really well played, hard fought to the very end. New York Pug Lovers showing why they are one of the 4th ranked teams in this division. Baiwatch showing why they can hang with the best of them. I want to know, man. So Nirvana, you know a little bit about both of these teams. You've kind of had a little bit of interaction.
Just New York. Just New York Pug Lovers. I don't know anything about the other team.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you spoke a little bit about what you think could have been done better. Who do you think was your MVP of both of these matches?
I'd say from Baywatch probably some burnt toast, and from New York Pug Lovers definitely Super Saiyan God. I think also don't forget the Diva bombs. Like
yeah,
the Diva bombs were just immaculate. That's all I'm gonna say. But like.
Oh man!
Like overall, though, I think the DPSs from both the teams were like
nuts, dude. Honestly, I gotta give my shout out to Killswitch Engage. 1, love the band. If you haven't heard of them before and you're into hard rock, check them out. 2, the support plays, big. I think some of those reses, some of the coalescence there at the end, just try and keep the team in the fight, really were some of the unsung heroes. So, big ups. Shout out to Killswitch Engage. Love the name. Love the gameplay. Lots of love all around. Winnable.
Winnable.
Apparently we have a Stay Hydrated bot in our channel now. So, if you guys haven't had any water recently, check it out.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, guys. Coconut, Jet, we appreciate you with some of the Jet Snipe with correcting our grammar. Squatch, thanks for joining, man. Sorry, I thought it was a play on Baiwatch, like the old TV show, but I guess it is Baiwatch. So, Nirvana, if we had a bet, you win it, brother. Good games from both teams, hard fought all the way around. Thanks for joining us. We've got a couple of other games going on our sister channel, so stick around. We're going to go ahead and set that raid up here in just a second, so that we're going to go ahead and just shuttle all of our viewers over to that other channel. I believe that is an Xbox matchup, if memory serves, so that should be a pretty good game. I know I mentioned briefly just a minute ago that we do have a couple of new emotes in the channel, so you'll notice that you got the Sad Swift emote, and then if for simply subscribing, you do get the SR tier badges. So, you know, check that out if that floats your boat. The subs really do help support the channel, keep the lights on, and they ultimately fund the prize pools for some of these tournaments. So every little bit helps. Before we ship over and raid the CGL2 channel, Nirvana, I want to give you an opportunity, man. Do you have any shout-outs, any updates, anything you wanna kind of pitch to the stream before we sign off?
Goats isn't.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Goats isn't dead. So, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. We are going to cut to CGL2. Thanks for joining. We'll be right back. Keep grinding.